we taught ancient Egypt this year in a little bit of a different way. We taught it through the lens of the 7 cultural universals that all civilizations have. And at the end, we wanted a cumulative project that highlighted each of those 7 cultural universals through the lens of ancient Egypt.
In years past, we've actually brought students down to the Rosicrucian Museum down in San Jose, but given the current state of things, that was not an option. So Casey and I were trying to brainstorm how to still recreate this museum experience, and we actually came up with this idea to create our own museums. So we were able to reach out to Kristen Chalsey from our tech department, and she steered us towards this new app called CoSpaces EDU, which turns out to be the perfect platform to create your own virtual museum.
Eric was really passionate about trying to find something where they could work in partners, and this allows 2 kids or 3 kids or more to work in the same museum, but be 6 feet apart or 3 feet apart now.
I'm Eric Gordon, and I teach 5th and 6th grade social studies at Stewart Hall for Boys. This project is perfect for both divisions because, first of all, the curriculum is fully aligned. So Casey and I, over the years, we meet frequently, typically once a week, if not more, to make sure that everything's going smoothly.
I'm Casey Vogel. I teach 5th and 6th grade social studies at Convent Elementary. We wanted to capitalize on the fact that all of these museums are doing virtual tours right now.
In many ways, they were able to immerse themselves in a full virtual field trip across the world, not just in the United States. And then when it became time to actually build their museums, we walked them through a couple of tutorials, showed them a couple of templates that they could use. There's actually a museum gallery template.
One project that really stands out, the girls coded it so that the people that were at the museum were actually saying things and interacting with each other. And if they had a certain reaction, it would cause the next step in the tour of the museum to change, which was really fun to see.
Some guys created their ancient Egypt museum on what looked like a ski slope. Some of them were actually in the middle of the desert. Some of them were within a cityscape. I had one that was in some kind of woodland setting. It's something that really allows all students to, one, to show their understanding, but also to really let their creativity shine through, regardless of how comfortable they might be with tech in general.
Every museum was incredibly different, which was what made it so fun to share. They toured us through their museum, and each girl in the partnership, or if they worked solo, showed us their favorite artifact and why it was their favorite artifact in the museum. And then they were allowed to show us something else that was really cool about their museum.
Some of the projects were organized by Cultural Universal, especially if they had more than one person working on them. So it was really nice. It was almost like walking through an actual museum where you have, your section on religious artifacts and then technology and art and all the different cultural universals. From a student perspective, this seemed like what a perfect opportunity, especially given so many of the challenges and restrictions that have been placed on this year.